Hi, I'm Danielle Hancock and I'm on the Rodney Local Board and I'm currently running for re-election. And it's really important for me to be able to do another term. Those first 3 years, even with all my experience at council, it can take so long to learn everything you need to know as a local board member and how to perform your job really well. So there's so many new budgets to look at, there's reports to read, different ways of saying things and doing things, and working out who are the key people, staff at Auckland Council, that you need to connect with to understand everything that's going on and make really wise decisions. So doing another 3 years is perfect just to make sure we can continue what we've started. I live in Kaupapa with my husband and 2 children that go to Kaupapa school, and I'll soon be heading off to high school. I've got a beautiful 2-hectare bush block, which has been a dream for me to own, and I finally made it. We look out over the Kaupapa Harbour, and it's beautiful. I get to go into the bush and put my Tim's traps out and catch those possums and get those rats, which makes me feel really good. And it's part of my downtime is being outside working in the garden. I really love it. Some of the things I get up to in my spare time is volunteering as the pest-free coordinator for Pest-Free Co Kaupapa, and that's a real feel-good thing. We get to meet all the people in your neighbourhood and help them with their weeds and their pest animals and connect people with traps and baits and things like that. I spend a lot of my time going down the road getting rid of weeds on the side of the road. I can't help myself. I'm just really passionate about our native ecology and native bush and doing the most that I can to do everything there. I'm passionate about the environment and community, and luckily at the Rodney Local Board those two can come together. So I'm always voting for us to support all the volunteers in Rodney as much as we can to continue their good work, and things like the Helensville Recycling Centre and Walkworth Recycling Centre, they're fabulous. And infrastructure and issues around that are really important for us because it's building those community connections. Those safe pedestrian footpaths and cycleways are really needed across Rodney, and if I can help influence that, then I'm really happy. One of the coolest things that has happened by being part of the Rodney Local Board is getting a little bit of focus on Ko Kaupapa. So it's a typical rural village on State Highway 16, and often across the years money has gone into Kumeu and Huapai and Walkworth and Snells Beach because that's where the people are and the money is. But what's been really great is that working with Auckland Transport, we've been able to get a raised pedestrian crossing organised for outside the school, because the school came to us and said that the people were racing through Ko Kaupapa and the kids didn't feel safe. We've managed to get $5 million set aside to do footpath connections and safe pedestrian access to start linking North and South Ko Kaupapa. And it's just nice to see that if we put the effort in, we can get little wins for our communities. There's a lot of confusion out there still around what a local board does and what it doesn't do, and we often get all the complaints about potholes, and they drive us nuts as well. And it's frustrating because we don't have any say over what Auckland Transport does in the way of road maintenance, and we wish we're always going to council meetings and approaching our councillor to say, please, can you put some more money into Rodney Road maintenance so that we can get rid of potholes or try to stay on top of it, and road grading and road sealing. So it's hard. We take all the grumpy phone calls, but really we can't do much about it apart from working really strongly with our ward councillor. One of the things I'm currently doing while also being on the local board is studying. So I want to get better at what I do. I'm studying my MBA, and there's so many components of it that help with me being a local board member. So I'm learning about governance and people and strategy and things like that. So it's really going to help me be better at what I am for the community. What's really important as a local board member is to make sure that you can work well with the rest of the board members and they're all really diligent. One of the biggest things, missed opportunities we have, is where people might be really busy, they haven't read their agenda items, and they're not coming along asking really good questions so that we can then make really robust decisions. So being part of a team like that that's all committed to doing the most that we can for the community is really important to me, and that's why I love working with the team that we've got here at Rodney First.